Hard-working people of Melbourne, Victoria, welcome to the Workers United Liberation Front. This message tonight is extremely important and it supplements what I've said in message 4. But what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to focus on the most important aspect of what I was saying. I understand that a lot of people might be thinking to themselves, is this guy right? Looking at the mandate themselves, thinking, I don't understand it, it's a legal document, I'm a bit daunted by it. Just want to get you guys to focus on the most critical aspect of what I'm saying. Returning to work on October 5th, you can return to work unvaccinated. There is no two ways about that, it's 100%. And the mandate says that. So if you turn to page 5, part 3, definitions, you'll see when you return to work, your employer, the operator, your employer, will class you in one of 4 ways. You'll either be 1, fully vaccinated, 2, partially vaccinated, 3, unvaccinated, or 4, you'll be an accepted person. Now, obviously, we're going to be in the unvaccinated status, but for 1 second, let me just focus on accepted person for 1 sec, because the accepted person is also unvaccinated, but what it says, technically, that accepted person must also have a medical exemption. Now, I don't even understand how that's going to work, because the accepted person is a person that's called upon in an emergency or urgent situation. So what they're saying is that if there's a situation at a facility, at a job site or healthcare facility or wherever, if there's a situation where there is lives at risk, where there might be multiple fatalities, for example, and we truly need to have this accepted person to come on the job because he's a highly skilled, specialised worker, they're saying that, well, okay, we need to save this dire situation that we've got, this emergency, urgent situation, and we have the person that can help us to do that, who's now sitting at home, and we need to get him here now pronto, but hey, that person needs to have a medical exemption. Stupid. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to work that way. Of course this person's going to come out on site and do what needs to be done to save the situation. It's a very poorly written document. It's not practical. It's stupid, really. Anyway, forget about that for a sec. We fall into the unvaccinated status, right? We've exercised our God-given freedoms not to vaccinate. We've made our minds up, right? We've looked at we've looked at all the scientific and medical evidence and spoken to our doctors, and we've made an informed decision. It's got nothing to do with myths or conspiracy theories. We've decided not to be vaccinated, right? So what does it say about that? So I've spoken about this, I'll touch on it again. So specifically in relation to that, we turn to page 2, part 2, section 4, part 3, and it says an operator must collect, record and hold vaccination information. Okay, great. And then it says under booking information, partially vaccinated and unvaccinated. Great, that's us, unvaccinated. What does it say? If the operator collects information that a worker is unvaccinated, great, us. The operator must also collect, record and hold information about whether that worker has a booking to receive by the first dose deadline, a dose of COVID-19 vaccine that will cause that worker to become partially vaccinated. Great, tells us in black and white, clear as crystal, that all you need to return to work and work unvaccinated is a booking. That's all you need, a booking to receive by the first dose deadline, which is, as we know, October the 2nd. So technically, you need to have provided, or your booking would need to have been done before October 2nd. Now, I don't understand why. It doesn't make any difference if I've got a booking, being the October 3rd or 4th. I can't see why that's a problem anyway, but anyway, technically it says you needed to have it done by October the 2nd. But if you rocked up to work October 5th and you had a booking, even if it was dated October 5th, or whenever you return to work, doesn't matter when, I can't see that being a problem, but it does say that you needed to have it done by October the 2nd. As long as you have a booking by October 2nd, you can work. The mandate allows you to work. It's as simple as that. And your booking for your dose might be, in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, might be 5 weeks. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't say anything about that. It just says you need to have a booking. So that's it, guys. It's as simple as that. if your employer has given you any written formal instructions or told you in writing that you must be vaccinated as per the government's mandate or requirements, well, you meet the mandate's requirements to come out on site unvaccinated if you have a booking. So, like I said earlier, guys, times, names, dates, record everything. You have free legal service. This will be unfair dismissal. This will be unfair dismissal. I'm not a lawyer. If you are not confident, obviously the unions have sold out. If you're not confident in going and seeing the unions, the lawyers that are associated with the unions, send me an email. I might put you onto some other lawyers. Keep also in mind that this mandate not only applies to the construction sites, workers within the construction industry, it also applies to residential aged care facilities, healthcare facilities, and education facilities. Also keep in mind that this mandate ends the 21st of October. It coincides with the end, I believe, with the state of emergency also. So keep that in mind. Whether that's extended or not, who knows? Guys, we're at the tail end. We're opening up. They can't lock us up forever. The world is opening up. Victoria is opening up. Australia is opening up. They're scrambling. They're scrambling to just get these jabs in people's arms, even though they've decided it's not for them, right? We respect those that have received the jab and respect those who haven't. It's as simple as that. It's freedom of choice, right? So, guys, just hang in there. It's all good. Keep the faith. Hold on to the hope. It's on its way, and let's just see what happens come October 5th. Obviously, the government's come out with a big stick initially. They're going to police it all, and then there was that massive backlash, so they've pulled back, allowing for unvaccinated workers to now enter. The unions are kind of like, well, we're not going to get involved because they've seen because obviously everybody knows that they've sold out. And so they know there's a real backlash here. They've handballed it now onto the employers. It's like a hot potato, like a white hot, potato, piece of metal that they're just throwing, from government to the unions to the employers, just going all over the place. No one knows what's going on. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Stay tuned and peace.